Okay, stand.
This is my last season with London Open Mic. So we'll definitely be going till June 2017, which seems like a longer time than it is. We don't have anybody really to take over from my place. So if we don't get anybody that's sort of qualified and gung-ho and wants to by then, it will probably just simply shut down. Or we might be able to keep some kind of an open mic going just by itself. But so I'm saying, apply for the job. You might get it, you might not. I'll give you a very brief rundown of what's required. What the main thing that's required is the ability to keep thinking ahead and ahead and ahead, because the next month is followed by the next month, and each month you've got to be working beyond where you are and where the next month is, and keep thinking and keep at it. And also there's a lot of internet work involved, and it's more work than you'd expect. On the other hand, you get to meet a lot of people, you get to know a lot of people, and it's a social thing. And I was extremely shy when I started out, and I'm not so shy anymore. So it's like a good therapy thing. If one of you is like totally can't deal with people, this is for you. So anyway, if you know anybody or anything like that, just tell them to get a hold of me. This is the season of sidewalk poetry, for sure, 100%. So if anybody doesn't know what sidewalk poetry is, we came up with this idea a couple of years ago. Briefly, it's that the London Arts Council and the city will stamp poems into the sidewalk when they make repairs on the sidewalk. Fresh cement they pour, and somebody comes and stamps a poem in there. It's going to be there forever. And my little fantasy is a little kid walking to the bus from home or to somewhere from home every day is going to go past there and look at it. That poem is going to start to resonate more and more over the years with the kid. They're going to get into the layers of it, and they're going to get into poetry because of that. They're going to love poetry. They're going to love art. And this can happen all around the city, hundreds and hundreds of these. So, and they've been doing it in St. Paul, Minnesota, so we've got a good backing for it. And anyway, we have now 3 young students in third year, taking a third-year English course called Literature, Creativity, and the Local. And they're working with me, doing research on this, putting together a presentation. And the 4 of us are going to present it to the London Arts Council at some time before this semester is over. So, guaranteed, it's going to at least get presented to the city. And I don't see how they can not go for it. Anyhow, that's that. On a much smaller scale, I'm trying to start a basic poetics study group. This is for people who don't have a massive education in poetry or English, like me, for instance. There are endless numbers of things that I don't know about poetry and never will know unless somehow. My great idea is we get a little group together, and every month and one of the people in there researches a certain thing, like enjambment or something, and tells us all about it the next session. We all learn that, and by the time 10 years are up, we all have a degree in English. So anyway, it's a good idea. So if anybody wants to join, tell me. Another thing that's happening that's really exciting is that Brittany Renaud, one of our members, is starting a children's poetry workshop, and it's going to be at the Children's Museum, October 15th. This is her first shot at it, and so she's working like crazy, trying to get it together along with Alan, and I am so excited, but I can't go because you have to get a police check and all this stuff to get into the Children's Museum if you're older than a child. So I'm just going to hear about it later on. But anyway, little kids getting into poetry when they're little kids. Can you imagine? They're going to turn into giants. They're all going to be Leonard Cohens by the time they get older. And that's it. That's my announcements.